In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to use NextAuth with Next.js version 13 with the help of route handlers. You can clone the starter file from the GitHub repository. As you can see, in the app directory we have default files like page.tsx. Open up the page.tsx. You will see the form component. This form component is a client component that has two methods of signing in. Sign in with GitHub and sign in with credentials. Next step is to create a route handler. In this direction, we are going to create routes.ts file. Then we are going to import NextAuth from NextAuth package. Create a handler function, const handler equals NextAuth. Then we will export the handler as two methods of get and post. And we have to specify authentication options too. We are going to make a new file, options.ts, in the app directory. First, we are going to import the type NextAuthOptions from NextAuth package. Then we are going to import the GitHub provider from NextAuth/providers/GitHub. Then we will create an options object that holds the options we need, like providers. So export const options equals an op. Let's go to the NextAuth website and choose the GitHub provider. Copy the provider part and paste it in your options object. Then we need GitHub ID and GitHub secret, and they are coming from the environment variables. We don't have environment file, let's make one. New file in with a local, make two variables, GitHub ID and GitHub secret. And for the values, we have to go back to the NextAuth website, click on the configuration link, click on OAuth apps, new OAuth application, choose a name for your app. I will choose NextAuth version 1. For the homepage URL, we are choosing localhost, and we will do localhost 3000 API auth callback /GitHub. Now we can register our application, and it gives us a client ID. We need a client secret to confirm your access, and it gives us a client secret. Then copy the client ID and paste it for the GitHub ID environment variable. Then copy the GitHub secret and paste it on the GitHub secret environment variable. Let's go back to the options file, and you will see client ID and client secret has an error. Put an exclamation mark on the end of each one of them. Then we will use other options like session strategy will be JWT. Then we will specify JWT, and JWT secret will be the process.environment.variable. Go to the environment files, make a new variable called NextAuth secret, and you can give it any value you want. I will call it my name. We will go to the route and we will pass the options as an argument to NextAuth. Then we will go to our form component and specify onClick event listener for the GitHub button. And we are going to import the sign-in method from NextAuth/React. Then we will set our provider, that is GitHub, and it's all done. Let's test it out, and we see it works correctly. Click on authorize and it redirects me to the home page. Then we will go to our page.tsx. First, let's delete the cookies. Then we will go to our page.tsx to get the server sessions. Make const session equals await get server sessions. First import get server sessions from NextAuth next, and make the page asynchronous. Put an async before function. Import the option and pass it as an argument to get server session. Then we are going to say if we had a session, display the card component, and if we don't, display the form component. Then we will pass the user prop to card component. That will the value will be session.user.name. Maybe we don't have the user, so we put it in a question mark. Copy the types, go to the card component, get the prop, and pass it the types. Write it in curly bracket. Then let's test it out. Sign in with GitHub, and it works correctly. It shows on my name. Delete the cookie and get ready to sign in with credit. Go back website. Find the credentials provider and copy the specific code. Then paste it on your options object as another provider. And don't forget to import credentials provider too. We do not need the comments, delete them. And as you can see, we have an authorized function, async authorized function. We don't need the request, we just need credentials. Let's change the provided user to name Ali, and change the email to password, and give the password Ali123. In the if statement, we are going to say credentials.username equals user.name and credentials.password equals user.password, we are going to return the user. Else, we are going to return null, that will throw an error. We specify sign-in method, we will be stay on home page, not next. Go to the form component and give the form on submit email listener and pass it the function handle submit. Then we are going to create a handle submit function, and for the event listener set the type of form event, and we are going to prevent the default behavior of the form submission. We are going to make two new states, name and password, to get the username and user password. And for the type, it's going to be undefined, or it's gonna return a string. Let's sign in with credentials, and credentials options will be username equals to name and password. Find the input on change event, set name e.target.value, and for the value we are going to say the name. Copy the code from the name input and paste it on, but change it to password. Let's test it out. Let's give it the wrong values to see if it will be sign us in. No, it didn't. So let's give the right values and it sign us in. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button.